Good evening. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Dice Illusions and our ongoing campaign, Fool's Landing, set in the Forgotten Realms using the Advanced Dungeons and Dragons 2nd Edition system. I'm Jamie. I'll be the Dungeon Master for this evening, and with me are the stars of Fool's Landing. I'll have you guys introduce yourselves going from left to right on my screen, which starts first with Chris. Good evening.
All right. My name's Chris. I'm playing a full elf wizard of now 5th level,
Yes.
and I have one of my favorite spells now.
Yes. Yeah, we got to get into that in a second. Good to have you. Next up is Wayne.
Hello. Oh, is that a boomer spell with a big boom, Chris? I am Wayne. I am playing Seharn.
It has a ball in it.
Yeah, we need that. And speaking of, I have a gift for you. I am playing I'm forgetting where I am. Saharni, 4th level priest cleric against a Volkir, and having fun with that.
Perfect. Next up is Molly.
Hello, I am Molly. I'm playing Mithra. She is I guess 5th level now because I missed the last game.
She's also gone up. Yes, both.
Yeah, because her and Kurza were really close. Okay, in XP. 5th level, fighter with the gladiator kit, Reshamai.
Perfect. And last but not least this evening, we have Brandon.
Hello, I am Nod Zosferatu. I am a humanoid shadow thief. I believe I am level 5 as well.
Let's see. Good to have you all. Let's take a quick check at our XP. I think that
Level 4.
yeah, Kurza and Mithra have both just crossed the line, so they're rolling for their hit points. I see. You get to roll twice, remember,
I
and
forgot
take
about that.
the higher of the two towards your maximum, and the lower towards your current. But yes, both of you have gone up, so we can take care of anything there that needs to be updated. Okay, so you'll take 6 to your max and 5 to your current, and
Got it.
Chris will take 3 towards his max and
Ooh.
2 towards his current. And remember to add your Constitution bonus if you do have one.
Yeah, right. Constitution bonus for a wizard.
Let me check and see. So what this really means for you all when you reach 5th level. So for Kurza, you will have. Okay, your Thaco is 19.
Yeah, it stays the same.
Mithra's has
7th level.
gone to 16.
Oh, cool.
And then for proficiencies, you would have already picked these up last level, I think, at least. Let's see, every 6 levels for the wizard, so you'd get one next level. And
I think I get a non-weapon, but
oh, you probably
or I don't
do
know. I
have
don't
one.
know.
You probably do have
don't
a
know.
slot. You should have started with 3, and then you should have picked more up at 3rd level, and you'll pick up more up next level at 6.
Oh, okay.
And then last thing is the spell progression for Kurza. He is now at 5th level able to cast 3rd level spells. So he can cast 4 first, 2 second, and 1 3rd level spell.
Yeah. Now, I was looking at the scrolls. Now, if I want to convert some of those scrolls into my spell book, it ends up burning the scroll, right? But I have to learn it first. I didn't do well on the first
go around.
my first set of rolls.
Yeah. I recall it. There was a few that got consumed without being copied. But this is, yeah, something you could probably consider. I guess what we should do while you're thinking that through would be to do a little bit of a recap. And I think because only Wayne and Brandon were here last time, maybe one of you could cover a brief version of what you recall from last session.
No, because I have horrible memory, Jamie. I do remember us going quickly in like almost an old school tactical military fashion from room to room, with Nod leading the way with the door checks, trap checks, and remember we encountered the old treasure chest, mimic, gag, and got sucked in and got attacked by that.
Yeah, let me bring you over and we'll take a quick look at the map.
That
Maybe
might help.
this might help. Um,
Brandon can help me
Are-
too if you don't. I'm here.
are you all able to see on this?
Yeah, I think we started in room 15 with all the hourglasses, and we discovered
Yes.
and theorized what we could do with them and how we could change them. I believe after that, I want to say we continued counterclockwise.
Yep, East Westerly. We checked out this
Right.
outside area.
And there we came across a room that was like completely dark. It was, oh no, the first room that we found, it had a writing desk, bookshelves, and other thing. And also on the far side, there was a fancy chest, and Nod couldn't keep his fingers out of it. And it was a mimic, Harn was
Right.
saying.
Yes.
And after a bit of a battle, we were lucky enough to all be grabbed and pulled in instead of it focusing on one and killing him. But we managed to take it down. We didn't really find anything of interest in that room, but in other rooms, we did find, I think Nod picked up a book for Kurza. I don't think it was anything special. It was just a random book that he thought Kurza might like. We found another dark room. It was covered in blackness and darkness, and it was nothing like we had found before. Even Renwick didn't know what was going on with it.
That was here 9B. And you all had found a couple of items. I think most of this is noted on your party inventory. But I think most notably you had found some cloaks, and one of them was from the Drow quarters, and I believe Seharn is wearing that now, if I'm not mistaken.
I think I got the
Or
cloak
you
and
got that.
Seharn
Yeah.
wore the clothes.
Got it.
Yep.
That's right.
We
Okay.
also found a candle that of continuous light. Whenever you pick it up and lift it up, it actually turns itself on, and I think when you set it down, it goes out.
Yeah.
We also found a cup that is endless. It's endless water, and if you, for example, if you pour it out, the water will stay 5 feet within radius of the cup, and as you walk away, it will disappear. We encountered a drow. That's right, and through a long and tedious combat, a few of us got poisoned, and I think after the poison, we took down the drow, looted his things, and we retreated back downstairs and returned back to the group to try to recuperate and try to deal with the poison that got befallen
Right.
on the rest of the party.
Yeah. So Renwick and Griff were both poisoned, and eventually Renwick was able to shake his, but Griff was not, and Seharn made a salve from some herbs and was able to slow the poison at least, but Griff is still suffering from some of those effects, and so we'll deal with that when he returns. But for now, you all find yourselves back on the first floor because you basically retreated back to that level where you came back to the pirates, which ground floor, not that floor. So everybody's here now in this room where you stayed previously, and you're all together, so you can start to examine what you have and think about your next steps. What I'll say is about the aging is that you all look and feel like you have aged. It feels like you look like, and you're wearing the signs of several weeks worth of aging since you left this bottom level, while the pirates that you've befriended don't seem to have advanced in age at the same rate as you. So they noticed that it's not terribly noticeable, but it's still somewhat something to talk about.
Then we need to discuss, am I suffering any ill effects? Is this aging match up into like real time in the tower? Or if I'm several weeks older in appearance only? or did it actually happen? Because I might, being out of water that long, would be in serious trouble.
Yeah, I think Seharn would start to feel some of those effects of being out of water, and he would notice that it feels real to you, that time has advanced somehow, and you are feeling some of those effects.
We never really discussed what those would be, so you can hit me with whatever you think is fair.
I will tell you that there is a way, after you mention this, because maybe through the course of staying in the room again, you're starting to feel this effect and talk about it. And I think Renwick might suggest that you could take a dip if you wanted to go down the steps.
Which steps are those? Not with that.
So right out here
That
in the
secret
center
door?
of this floor, yes, there was a door that you guys found a little while ago that leads to the steps, and this was the way that Renwick and Nod came into the tower from the water beneath it. And as far as Renwick knows, you could descend the steps and dip yourself into the water for a period of time if that.
Let's do that. And then I would also like to present Kurza with this amulet I've been wearing since we was that first looted treasure. I've had it for 3 sessions now, but I've meditated on this Kurza. I prayed on it. I can reveal and divine nothing. Nothing's been revealed to me. Perhaps this better fits your profession.
You never know.
Never know. So
we don't necessarily have the time to do identify at the moment, but I can wear the amulet if you so choose.
I've been unable to do anything with it. It might be something you can use. It might benefit us, or you can just find use for it. And I will go take a dip.
If you'd like to spend time with it, you weren't here last session, Chris, so the thought that Kurza could have investigated this between their return and now is possible if that's something you wanted to do.
Sure, why not?
Now, as far as identification is concerned, I don't know where you stand on what ability you have and if you have all your components to do that or not, but you certainly have enough time. So
We do have enough components. At this level, 5th, I'd have a 50% chance of success. And I can test 5 different items.
Oh, and I have a ring, I think.
Yeah,
we
we all have a lot of mystery stuff.
yeah, it seems like time well spent.
Yeah, all right. I have let's see. I don't think I have anything other than the amulet. So let's go look in the loot. Do any of you specifically have an item that you want identified?
There is a...
We have a ring for Mithra.
Yeah, this should be a lot of what... Yeah, the ring is in here. And you've got gloves.
Yeah, but if everybody's already using it, so let's go with Mithra's ring, the amulet that Seharn has.
Nod also has that pair of gloves that are not identified.
Okay, you haven't figured out what they do yet, right?
Correct.
And I see there's drow leather armor too. Now, have we determined that all of this is in fact magical?
No, I
Let's
don't think that's
cast a
something.
detect magic on all of this stuff.
The ring, we determined that it radiated abjuration magic. That was all
Yeah.
I know.
So, are the gloves magical?
Yes, the ring, amulet, and gloves are all magical.
The long swords from Madar?
Let's see, from the Madar.
That Nod is using, apparently.
That was in...
Yeah, they are in my inventory. That's why my name's beside them.
Yes.
And there's 2 other
yes.
long swords from the Sea Elf bodies as well.
Yes,
So
the 2 long swords from the Madar are enchanted.
How about the 2 from the Sea Elf bodies in room 7B?
Those are not.
Okay.
And then neither are the remaining items, the cloak or the armor. They do, though, however, have a quality to them that's just a really fine quality to them and a rarity about them. So they're somewhat unnatural looking to the eye, but they don't carry any magical properties. However, they make it difficult to be seen. So
Okay. Are the 2 longswords identical?
they appear to be.
Okay. If I do this for one casting of Identify, we'll have 2 longswords, the gloves, the amulet, and the ring.
And then I guess if there's any
There's a
other...
couple of potions.
That's all we get is 5. Two longswords, a glove, amulet, ring. We're at 5.
If you identify one of the one of the long swords, it'd be better to do one of the potions. Yeah, wield. I think I'm the only one who uses them, and you only would need one identified. But again, meta game. You don't listen to me. You identify what you want to.
Yeah, I was thinking a little bit of the same thing. Like, you're gonna identify a sample of 2 different things because you assume that there might be some commonality between the swords.
Yeah.
We don't do anything with those long swords in story, as I'm going to gain a proficiency next level. I might want to add that, and then in game, maybe Mr. Nod can teach me to use it between now and then, the off time.
Maybe I can be Gandalfish and learn longsword.
Oh, yes. Do that too.
That's a
think I
couple
should-
more levels, though, so I have to hit 7th, I think, before that happens. Or 6th.
All right.
Um,
So what are the
let's-
5 that you'd like? I guess we can just do one at a time, and you can decide at the end how you want to spend your 5th. But what do you
Yeah.
definitely want to try?
We have some other things here, too. We know that at the top of this unidentified, unassigned list, there's a dagger, a magical belt, and a statue of a black raven, also magical. Do we know if the ornate dagger, full plate, any of the holy symbols, or other plate mail, the 2-handed sword from the Helmed Horror, any of that is magical or non-magical?
Yeah.
Because I think we want to check all of that with just a detect magic, and if it's not, then we can put it into different
Yeah. So
put it in the inventory loot.
you've got magical belt in here. It says
Yeah,
in the
because we know it's
description, So you
magical.
could move that down to your unassigned.
Well-
You've got or unidentified, right? Because it's not identified, and you were just naming it off. You're exactly right, Chris.
Yeah.
I need to pull these down to be in the unidentified list if they're magical. I'm moving them down 1 second.
And the dagger, I thought we determined that might have been magical. Otherwise, it wouldn't have even been on the list with the other 2 items. But I don't know where we got that dagger.
That was Tim coming in. Or Griff is here.
Yay!
Oh, there we go.
Woohoo!
That'll be helpful. He knows where things should be as well. But I just moved things down, so if you refresh the unassigned, unidentified magic list, I believe I've correctly moved
Okay.
these.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, hey, good evening.
Yeah.
Welcome. We are just taking a look at the unidentified magic items, and Kurza was going to cast Identify to try to see if he can't nail down 5 items.
We could have spent a whole session on that.
Yeah.
We do have a bit, yes.
So he's trying to prioritize which 5 make the most sense for him to try. So I think if there's anything that Griff is interested in knowing about.
You have any
Well-
unidentified stuff?
No, I put everything on the list. Let me pull it up.
I moved the things down from the top that are indeed magical, but not yet identified from a function standpoint.
Okay.
And I don't think all of these items have been assigned to a person necessarily yet. So
The only things that have been assigned are have a name next to
yeah,
them.
yeah, okay. So Chris,
Oh,
you could pick.
magical belt.
Yeah, you could pick from this list, and then if anyone else wants to call any out to Chris.
You can update the Ami to identify it with cursor.
So the stuff on the top, the Veritas Tower stuff, that we didn't even cast Detect Magic on.
He
I
just
think,
Yeah,
he
I
just
just
did
moved
that.
him down. I just,
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All right.
the unidentified, unassigned at the top from the Verotis Tower, that's now the non-magical stuff.
right.
Okay, cool. So we know that's not magical. All right.
We could move that straight into the loot pile if you
Yeah.
want.
Yep, I can square that up. That's fine.
And then, all right, we've got a ring for a Mithra, an amulet from Seharn, gloves from Nod, and one of the long swords from the Madar. And I want to go with the small box with the dust and the gem. Because that's a really old one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That was
And
from way before me.
Yeah.
Episode 15.
Oh, I remember
whatever
that.
Of course,
means.
the
If I-
magical belt could be interesting too, but
If I
Well, that-
remember, wasn't
I would-
the dust of disappearance? I want to say I listened to that one way back in the day, and I want to say y'all identified it at one point, and it was dust of disappearance. It might have been a different bag that y'all found, though. Maybe Ronnie had that.
I think that was something that Ron found himself in the ceiling of the I forget what we were fighting.
I think it was the Knoll Cave, and
Yeah, the top of the Knoll Cave.
Yeah,
Because
that
this small box and gem predated that.
This was 15.
It's from episode 15. That's
So the box itself, I remember what this was from the Knoll layer. And someone had crawled, I think Ronnie had crawled into the small space where this creature was living in that connected to the Knoll layer and found the box there. And I believe that Brandon's right that this dust was extracted, and we did figure out that this was dust of disappearance. So I think this
Okay.
was just an anomaly. We need to pull this
All
one
right.
out. There's nothing magical left there. Yeah. The
All
dust,
right.
dust
It's all
was.
gone?
what's the
So,
value on
Curse,
the
that-
gem?
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so that we can put the gem, 5,000 gold piece gem, we can put it into the
Okay,
loot.
that's with you, Cursa. Do you want to just keep it or
No,
in
just
party
put it
loot,
into
or-
loot. Yeah, because we're
Alright,
gonna
I'll
sell
take
it
that
or
out.
use it somehow. And then,
It's not magic.
yeah, we just gotta make sure Jamie gives us the 5,000 XP for it.
Well, I've
Probably already got
I've
it.
been taking care of you there,
Cool.
my friend.
Okay.
He's rather.
I think
I
we.
understand your reasoning to catch things up and balance out, but you are pleasantly generous with XP, sir.
Well,
Listen,
if you take a look at the, I guess you don't have the record in this version of it, but I've got the XP list, and you can see that the high water mark for XP was when you guys were finding a lot of this stuff and using it. But yeah, and so you were definitely getting credit for your treasure found. The
Yeah,
gold
we
piece
just have to
value.
identify it as the. So let's go with the white since the small box is accounted for. Let's go with the magical belt. And we'll go from there. Who wants to go first?
Me. I'm really curious about this.
All right, let's get a Mithra's ring gone. Or
Ooh, that one.
Oh, it's history.
Mystery continues for now.
About the magical belt from the White's treasure. Let's see what that is.
Don't forget, we do have astonishing fortunes.
Oh, let's
Now we have
redo it.
5 of them, right?
All right, we don't know what the magical
Yes.
belt is, but
Thanks to Tim's arrival.
let's redo a Mithra's ring. Why not?
Yeah, take a look at it. See, I've got a
Yeah.
magic ring here.
Yes.
Or not. Yeah,
magical
Come on.
bauble.
Get the bad rolls out the way now.
So-
Yeah.
So we didn't. What do you got to get?
He's got to be
50
below
or
50.
less. So an amulet.
Hold you
Jeez,
down.
That's unreal.
not a damn
Yeah,
thing.
geez.
I think. Are you sure it isn't above 50?
It's just like the skills, like the other skills that are percentage based, where you need to hit below.
You want to try that one
Well,
again?
It's just
You know-
crazy to see you rolling this high, though.
You're,
which one was that? That was the amulet, right?
Amulet.
See,
uh-huh.
There we go. Again, a failure.
It must be the evil magic of this wizard's tower.
Evidently. Let's try the gloves.
Mages are just
oh
failed.
my
Oh my
goodness,
god!
Oh,
that is like,
A
He needs
long
different
sword?
dice.
this is the
How
most.
about a long sword?
Oh my
Jeez.
goodness! What
Holy
is
crap.
happening?
if you got
Not a
anything left,
damn
So
thing.
I think you've burned up. How
Yeah.
many have you done? All 5?
2. That's all 5.
Yeah, that's all 5.
oh,
And we burned 2 astonishing fortune.
Ouch.
we don't.
It got worse.
Yeah,
We
we
don't
need to save
know.
those.
I'm curious about the drow armor at some point too.
Nice try, Kurz. It's okay. We'll get him next time.
There's always another
sure.
door.
Brow
Sure.
leather armor is actually
It's not
magical?
magical. No, it's not. It doesn't have any magical
Oh, okay, so
properties.
that needs to be
No.
removed to
But-
the dagger is magical then.
It does give you bonuses, though. The drow armor gives you bonuses to hide in shadows.
Oh, okay.
Would
So-
it fit me?
Interesting. Yeah.
It.
You
Let's see.
You
It's,
said it was CL sized.
it's elven
Or
size.
Dro sized.
Yeah. So let's see. I'll give you. How about you? What do you want to roll a percentile? I'll give you a 25% chance that it fits you. If you can roll below 25 or below, it could fit Griff.
You mean us to roll a D100?
I'll have
Good
Tim
luck.
roll it. No,
Nope.
okay.
Oh,
All right, Seharn, you got it on your character sheet.
I do not. I still have the amulet on here. Need to erase that. I did
Okay,
not
well-
write the drow because I don't believe I took it upon. We talked about it, but I never said I
Yeah.
changed my armor for it.
You want to take it? It's either you, Cursa can't wear it, so
Yiddish.
you guys
These
are the
things,
only ones that can fit it.
I know. Don't these things smell of evil though? Moral conflict to wear the drow armor.
Yeah, I think that that's something you'll have to consider. How would Seharn feel about that? He would certainly consider them to be a wicked group of elves.
It's
All right,
probably
let's
not.
put it in
Yeah,
party
we're
treasure then.
probably not friendly with them. I'll allow you to convince me later to change my mind when we discover it's +4 magical leather armor. Oh, we'll let you roleplay me into that then.
All right, we didn't figure anything else out then.
Chris is a mage. Mages can just restudy, right? He just needs to not be fatigued and
Yeah, essentially, what all that's really happened is you've wasted 8 hours and a pearl. So you
And
could
we-
absolutely do that again if you chose to.
can we heal and recover hit points? I think I'm still
Sorry,
down 7.
Sorry I missed the beginning, but remember I was poisoned.
Yep.
Do I need to roll or?
I think what I was doing was giving Kurza a chance to do the identification in line with what you guys had done last session.
While I'm riding in the corner.
No, so in other words, you've now returned as he's had time to spend with these items, and he's telling that he hasn't been able to learn anything about them, and that's when they're noticing that you're poisoned. I think if you're going to basically every so many hours, you're going to have to make a check, and at this point, you're caught up. But the question is, what are you all going to do next? If you're going to wait around to do another round of identification, then yeah, you would need to roll again. But if you're going to move forward, you may have some time before you have to make that check.
Was there anything in that room across the hall of the plants that were growing there? Is there anything there that can be made to perhaps cure him of his or neutralize the poison?
Seharn and Griff, I think, both looked and used their herbalism to find some ways to slow it, but they haven't been able to cure it.
Nope. I can cure a
Hmm.
disease, but I can't cure this. I'm willing to waste a slot to try it, though.
I think the real question is if you're going to spend another 8 hours to rest and research these items, or if you're going to move on. That's really probably the biggest question, because for Griff, he's stabilized right now, but he will have to make checks every so many hours of game time.
We have to find a way to reverse that poison Griff has.
Yeah.
And we have to get
I have to pass a save.
we have to
Well,
get
I would
water
say,
for our
Griff,
seals.
why don't you wear the amulet to see if it helps you in any way? It gives you a
Not
Well,
a bad
plus
idea.
one,
I think you
or
did.
even just a +1 on your check.
You did detect magic on these, right? So the detect magic gives you some sense of the sphere of magic, does it not?
Yes,
And
Yeah,
and,
I
then,
thought we wrote that down.
and mages can even get even more detailed. Even a cleric can detect magic, but it's broad. Specific functions we can't do.
so I would say that then you would know, Kurza, at the very least, that you get a sense that the amulet has an association with divination.
The ring is protection, right?
Yeah, it's
Abjuration is
abjuration.
protection. So
Mhm.
maybe you should wear the ring, Griff. So I give Griff the ring.
It's
Putting on
probably
all
a
these-
+1 ring would be my
There were 4
first thought.
potions too. Did we identify those?
No.
No, we probably need those, maybe healing. Yeah, the ring,
They
like,
weren't healing.
Or water breathing.
if it's plus protection, armor type thing, we can figure that out, trial and error over time. You'll know if it helps. You'll know. Perhaps.
Did
Yeah,
you delete them, Jane?
did I delete what?
The potions.
No,
Maybe I didn't add them on there.
we had moved potions down to the unidentified section on. The only thing I
Not on
did,
there.
Yeah, I don't see him on the list either.
yeah, it looks like
Uh.
they're gone. There should have been 2 potions that came
There were
from
2
this
in
room.
each.
Yeah,
There were 2 in each room.
I don't know what happened. Maybe 2 people were editing at the same time or something. But yeah, that should be added to this section.
So, because we knew they weren't healing, we just didn't know what they were. You in it right now?
I'm in it now. Yeah.
Didn't we determine that drowse looks like a hide-in shadow bonus? Does he not have that actually?
The cape.
He has a yeah.
Drow armor?
He's got a cloak
Cloak.
that gives him that similar ability. Yeah, and when worn together, it actually accumulates. But you guys are wearing them separately, and you're each getting some benefit from it.
Regardless, Kurz is going to have to recharge spells
Yeah.
before we go back up. Even if we don't use them just to identify. So I'm going to have to make some saves.
Okay, so if the party's gonna hang around then for a little while, then yeah, let's have Griff make his save versus poison.
I don't know. I'm with Molly. I don't think it's a wise idea just to try to identify. I think we should focus on getting a cure for Griff.
I could have taken those are just 2 first level spells. And I could have sacrificed a detect. I already had a detect magic, and I would have had to swap out color spray for identify. And that I could probably do in half hour or something like that. We can go from here, and I'll just be down by 2 first level spells.
Yeah, so you'll have 2 more first level spells, 2 second, and a third.
Yeah.
All right. If that's the case, I'm at 12 hit points out of 39.
I'm looking at those potions might have hold a cure. So if we can identify that, whatever might help our friend here. And I can throw a heal or 2.
Potions, yeah, the 4 potions that we found, Jamie had said that they weren't healing.
Well,
they weren't the same as the ones we had.
Would you like a couple of D8s worth of healing prayers spread over you before we head out for the day?
I'm gonna need something. I'm gonna start.
You should,
yeah.
Yeah. So I only have 4 of these a day, so I can pray, but I can drop 2d8 on you right now.
Okay.
Hey, Jamie, can you get me schools for the potions?
Too bad I can't re-roll that.
Oh, yeah, I can do that.
Take 7.
Out of 39. 1 healing potion with 2 drops left.
Was 3 the garden room across the hall from us?
Yes.
Seharn's going to wander over there, assuming that this place is safe. Maybe a dumb idea, but I am going to go double look and try to come up if I can find rack anything to help my buddy here. Rack my brain. Herbalism.
Yeah, I'll go over there with you to keep an eye out.
Thank you.
And
I feel better.
and yeah, if there was any downtime for Mithra, she wanted to spend some time teaching. Obviously, it's not going to have an effect, but long term, I'm hoping he carries that.
Sure. So you're just going backtracking into some of these spaces looking for something, or where were you heading?
Seharn wants to go back to the.
To room 3 and just see if I can desperately seek an herbalistic remedy or something that may help him.
Yeah, so if you'd like to try, you could do another herbalism check here to see if maybe there's something else that you could concoct between this mixture of plants.
Open character sheet, proficiencies, herbalism.
See if you missed anything.
Sorry.
Either that or re-roll that.
Oh.
I can walk over there and do mine as well.
Yes, let's work together. Maybe we could treat this as a success fail check. Like what's the word I'm looking for, guys? Where we help each. Good.
Oh,
Fist?
she's stuck in the door here.
Paying doors.
Let's see. Did I delete Molly with it? Or Mithra with it? Yeah. Let's see.
Oh no.
Sorry, forgot about that.
My doors are traps. They're all trapped.
I've never seen a DM just callously chuck a PC out like that. Here, you're gone.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, I wanted to be in the room with.
Did your token, is it still disappeared? Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it's gone. Drag it back up. Oh, look, I'm a giant.
There we go. I've shrunk you down now.
Right.
All right. I think everybody's accounted for now. And really between, I think, looking last session and again this session, the best that you're able to come up with is something that you think is able to slow the poison to where it's making your intervals of checks further apart before you feel the effect. So you've already done that once. I think at this point you could probably gather more so that maybe you could continue to apply it once this wears off a little bit. But for now,
Okay.
I think you've found the best you could do from these materials.
We're desperate. We're double checking. We're worried, but
Yep.
okay.
Yeah. So what's
We're banking on Curza
Oh.
identifying the potions. Then maybe the potions. Oh, is that the plan?
I heard a mixed review from the group on what your plan forward was, whether you were gonna continue to explore now or wait for him to identify.
Yeah, either way, guys, I'm gonna have to get over the poison. So if we keep going, I'll have to make checks. If we stay here, I'll have to make checks. Either way.
I would suggest we
Until I-
stay here. I'm looking, and we are all looking a little beat up. So what's resting for 8 hours? And
I was just going to ask, has Tim recovered? We have been here for a night, apparently, so we haven't recovered hit points. Is Griff able to recover them?
Yeah,
And
I
how
think
much?
if you're all gonna rest for a full 8 hours here, we can do that. So we'll put you in the room together, and I guess if there's any particular watch order that you're employing, let me know what that is.
I would encourage the mages or priests to use the rest of their spells before we do this.
I was mistaken. I thought we'd already done the rest.
You had done a rest. You had done a rest at the end of last session, yeah.
Okay.
And that's what we were giving Curza a chance to identify to that rest period, basically. So now we're basically in a new rest period. If you guys would like to.
Before the second rest period, I'll also at the end of the time pray my other 2 healing spells.
Okay.
Neutralize. I was
Ooh,
looking
that's
up
good.
neutralize poison. That's necromancy. The two schools we're looking at for these potions are probably not neutralize poison.
So yeah, Griff, you got some healing there. It sounds like you guys are doing a full rest though. Your friends here, Afrain and Quig, will help keep watch if there's others of you who want to cover the other watches.
I can cover a watch or two.
Okay.
Yeah, me too.
All right. Yeah. We'll use. I know you guys don't need much rest, so I'll just do it in that order.
All right, I'm at 31.
How much are you losing a day? We
So
don't
yeah,
get it.
you can go ahead, Griff, actually, and make your check now for save versus poison. There you go.
Hey.
There you go. All right, you feel the final effects of the poison kind of releasing you, and your system is back to normal.
Awesome.
I did not see that roll 20 poison chip.
He hit it right on. I'm not sure. It's some of the times
Just goes straight to GM. I don't know why. Saves do that.
Saves do that, yeah. So the night goes uneventfully. I think that you guys can go ahead and take your healing from overnight, which would be your con bonus +1, and you'll be able to restore spells, everything like that. The humming sound that you've been hearing is still there. Familiar sound. It sounds farther away now. Those of you that were pretty close to the sound, you still hear it. You still sense it's there. Hasn't stopped. And I think, Kurza, you're going to try identification again, or
Do you guys want me to?
not? I didn't know if you were doing that.
I can. It's not a problem.
Do it. You can't fell the next 5 of them, right? 7 of them.
That would be
Oh,
amazing.
Famous last words.
The
Hold on.
question is going to be, do you want the same ones tried, or do you want different stuff tried to be identified? That's the question.
What's most tactically beneficial?
I'd say the same stuff. Unless you want those potions.
How much time to identify would that take, Urza?
8 hours.
He's also able to put this together with some of the rest that you've all done as well, so it's not like you're starting over with your 8 hours here. I imagine you would have been able to get a head start on this during your watch even. At this point, you're not bound to Griff having to do poison checks either.
Okay, let's see what... Now, there's 2 types of potions. Let's do the ring from Mithras first again. But we want a better roll this time.
I'm certain you've.
There you go. You just needed a nice rest.
Yes.
That's all it was.
Evidently.
There you go. Show us that beautiful ruby ring.
You woke up on the wrong side of the bed last time.
So this ring, Kurza, you feel very strongly is a ring of protection versus the element of fire.
Wait a minute. I already had one of those.
Yeah.
There's a ring of fire resistance, yes. So if you guys want to, if the fighters want to wear the rings of fire resistance, then I can call down my fireball on your position.
Yes,
Sure.
do that.
I don't think it's that
that.
strong, is it? Is it?
No, I don't
not
think it is
immunity.
quite. It's not quite that strong. I think he'd still singe you a bit.
They get a bonus to saves, though, right?
Yes, they get a bonus to saves, and they get they get less damage them from poison attacks or fire attacks.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
So meteor swarm away, Kurza.
So it's a ring of fire resistance?
Yeah.
Rain down volcanic death.
Is that a +1 for fire saves? Is that what that translates to?
So this gives you a +1 to savings throws versus fire, and a reduction of 1d4 +4 for any fire-related damage that you would take.
Nice. 1d4 +4.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I get to roll 5d6 on damage, so.
So that you would still take 75% of what you're dealing. Yeah, but that's still good. Still pretty good.
But that could, in a critical situation, that might be the thing to do.
Sure.
It
Last
could.
ditch. It's a good idea.
All right, what would you like
Would it-
to identify next?
Let's go with the amulet in question, since that seems to be everyone's. Nope. I think the magical belt would actually might be helpful, because I'm thinking, let's go with the magical belt. There we go. The magical belt from the White's treasure.
Wow, this is going back. This is
Okay,
another
and
one.
Mithra, so I'm taking this ring off of unidentified. You got it on your character sheet, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I had it on there. Why don't we
Jamie,
put my name there?
I'm editing the unassigned unidentified, so if you're in there.
No, I'm out of there.
Okay.
I only wanted to move the stuff earlier that was magical. I didn't want to mess you guys up, which I think somehow I did. I deleted
Probably got in there and
potions.
did it while you were doing it or something.
Yeah.
It would have been nice to know that's what this was when we fought the Yugoloth.
Hmm.
Because it fired me,
Well,
I think.
that's how Kurza figured it out. But you would have
Mhm.
figured. That's why I was saying you got blasted too, and you were wearing it.
Oh, maybe we just forgot.
We're not the world's best gamers, are we?
Definitely not strong on thinking. 'Cause
Oh,
demonstrated.
I think
let
you've
us
done
all
pretty good. You've done pretty
hang
good.
our heads.
Just bash it in.
Hang our heads in a moment of gaming.
So it's gonna take me a minute to find the belt. It's back there a ways. So if there's something else you wanted to roll while I'm looking back into the archive here.
I think the
Let's see, we
white
got
spell
one,
was what y'all were doing the
two,
cultist thing on top of the mountain, and the whites attacked after.
thereabouts.
How many more do you have,
Yeah.
Kurza?
That's when
Four.
Bart lost a level.
Oh, that was a long time ago.
Yeah,
I remember watching
That's how
that.
long ago that was.
Yeah, so we still got the gloves from Nod.
Say the longsword, I might just use it, and we'll figure it out on the go too. I'm not against you identifying it, but
Let's go with the gloves, because that should be interesting. So let's see what the gloves do. We don't know.
you want to use the fortune?
Sure, why not? Third fortune, and we go for it succeeds.
Good.
So the
Wow.
gloves from the coral chest.
So we've used 3 of our 5 fortunes.
Yes,
We have.
2 remaining. And 1 identify left. Would you rather the statue of the Black Raven, which is also another ancient thing that Jamie could look up, or some potions? Or a potion, I should say.
Got the amulet? Got it?
Okay, so I've got.
I failed with the amulet.
Yeah, he failed on that one. So let me go back and do the belt. So, 1 second.
Can you only try once per day on an item, or could you use a further slot to refocus deeper on the amulet?
It's just
That-
one. It's one
Yeah.
time per 8 hours per item. So the belt is a girdle of many pouches. It has 8 small pouches in the inner front surface and a total of 64 magical pouches in the girdle behind each one of the apparent ones. Each of the pouches is similar to a miniature bag of holding, able to contain up to 1 cubic foot of material, weighing as much
Wow.
as 10 pounds.
So that's 64 cubic
Wow.
feet of stuff.
It's greatly prized by spellcasters for
Yeah.
the fact that you can have a lot of components and other things on hand.
Or
With these
thieves who want
holstered.
to make out of rogues.
That's what you know about the belt. I'll let you think about that while I get your gloves.
Yeah, my old school 3-year plus played rogue had a portable hole and a bag of holding. There was always room for the loot.
Hey, it would be a great place to store all the potions and stuff. You just put them in.
Remember, we have another party member too that
Of
hasn't got
course.
to pick from some of the stuff. So this one I think was earned by you guys in the old group. So it's between 2 to get first dibs on it.
So the gloves you've identified are, in fact, gloves of missile snaring. So all forms of small hand-hurled or propelled missiles, you would have a chance to, let's see,
I had a
Got this
monk
nod?
that could do that.
you can pick them out of the air, essentially, preventing harm. So that's...
Did you get all that nod?
Yes, I did.
Okay, I'm gonna take it off of the unidentified then. You got it.
All right, how we doing? We got any left?
One item left to identify. I'm going to do the statue of a black raven. Ooh, and we got it this time.
Good job.
Yay.
It turns into a raven.
It might, among other things, although it's conjuration magic.
They're like a figurines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could be an attack familiar. Could be a lot of things. Could be a trap.
It would have told us that.
Yeah, I know. I'm being facetious.
Okay, so yeah, you basically learned that this is a figurine of wondrous power, and that
Oh.
you can fit this little statue in your pocket, and if you use an action to speak its command word and throw the figurine to somewhere on the ground, it would become a living creature that would obey you. And so it's friendly to you and your companions, it understands you, and would obey spoken commands. It
A
would,
single-use item.
it would eventually revert form into the figurine. So it exists for a duration specific to it. So every time you summon it, it will last however long. You don't know how long it's going to last yet. And then it will revert into its figurine form.
Ah, okay. What are the powers of a black raven anyway?
You estimate that it could last for up to 12 hours when summoned. I think for the most part, I mean, what you would know is that it can be a good messenger. It would be it's a great messenger. It can definitely deliver
scout.
and do things like that. It can scout.
Okay, so it's basically just a black raven that we can
summon
on command. Okay.
Summoning and give commands to.
Yeah, and if somebody could talk to it, maybe it could be a spy, like at some point, if you want to spell or something. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it'll have animal intelligence, but
I
that's
know
okay.
to it.
Basically, if it obeys your spoken commands, like it doesn't have any telekinetic power or anything like that, but it does listen to your commands. If you don't give it a command, it basically just defends itself and doesn't do anything else. So that's what you know.
That's cool.
All right.
Figurine of
So
wondrous power.
that would be cool if we had that and we're up on the 4th floor and we said, hey guys, come up and get the treasure. We send a message back down to the bearers. Say, bring the chests. Bring us healing potions.
Yeah, that's true.
I was going to say, tie a note to it, send it out for pizza. Send out delivery to the tower under the sea.
I was thinking it'd be useful above water, explore when we were on the mountain and stuff, because that could give us an idea of who's around without it actually giving its presence away much.
Yeah, these things can be very useful.
All kinds of interesting things. Just not useful right now.
The story's not over.
No,
this
it
is true.
is not. So, yeah, I think with that, you guys might notice that Renwick's getting a little bit itchy to leave. He's feeling cooped up in here and wants to move forward. He's starting to patrol the hall a little bit and keeps checking back on you like, y'all want to go?
Is there another level left up to go up?
We still have the room with the animated armors. There's still at least 2 armors left.
That's for probably our next dealings, isn't it? Should we go take that out? Check that room out?
Probably. Okay. I have 1 potion with 2 doses of healing and then one dose. I'm going to drink the 2 dose one. Drink it all.
Okay.
Still have pot left?
The what?
You have another pot after that then?
Oh, I'll have one with one just for emergency. Yeah, with one dose. So the 2 doses you said was 2d8 plus 1 if I drink them at once. So that's
Yeah.
what I'm gonna do.
I still have a full healing potion if anybody needs it too.
Again, we rested again. I do have 4 first level spells.
Plus, you get some
There
hit
you go.
points back for sleeping.
I think we've had 2 rest periods, right?
I'm at 35. I'm okay.
So I already took 4 points.
How's the
All right.
Mithra on hit points and Nod? They look like they're the 2 that are down the most.
I'm at 29 of 38. I could still use a healing, Seharn. We're gonna go face those Helmed Horrors.
Did you take healing from sleeping?
I did add 1, yes. I got pretty beat up by the horror.
But you get
Yeah.
your on bonus too.
I don't have a combo.
Oh,
There you go.
you are 8 points
Thank you.
here in
That,
Mithra.
that that helps a lot. That gets me up to 30.
Yes,
I'm
and here,
almost full.
take this pamphlet and consider the power of Volkir. Let me know if you want to come to church.
If Volkare is anything like you, Seharn, I think
be
I
there.
like Volkare.
All right, so it looks like the group might be ready to go back upstairs. Is that the case?
Knock off 1 spell.
All right. So you all start to retrace your steps. You head back up through the first floor. I think when you get there, I'm gonna put you guys back in here. Oh, and Gregor too. I have Gregor in here.
Gregor here,
I
or
have
who's this?
Yeah, I have him in there. Yeah, that's him.
I'll move him around.
Yeah, so you make your way through this area. You don't notice anything that's different. I think when you get back over to the stairs and you look through to see under the water, you can see that it looks like the sea above you is stirring a little bit, and that there might be storms going on outside that you're far removed from, and very insulated from right now where you're at under the water. So you make your way back up to the 3rd floor then, and I'll put you guys down here.
Where's Baden?
So
He's
Baden's
down.
on this floor. He's actually over here.
Oh, okay.
And he's in statue form currently. So
Oh,
you guys.
that's right. That's right.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll let you guys. I'll let you take it from here to tell me where you want to head, where you're heading, and what you want to do.
And
Do
we
you
already
think it's worth
gathered.
to use your scroll to try to bring him back.
We can do that. There's a substantial chance of failure.
Happens if you fail.
Nothing.
You'll
We lose the
burn the
scroll,
scroll.
and yeah, and then there's no other chance.
But
The astonishing fortune. That's the only thing I can say. We have 2 35% chances. I think we dictated last time.
he is our
It
friend.
should have gone
Yeah.
up because you're 5th level now.
I think it was 25, and then whenever he went up, it went to
Yeah,
35.
that's right. Yeah. But yeah, that's an option. Or going back into where the Helmed Horrors are. You know where they are.
Yeah, we only made it through 9A, 9B, 10, and 11. We didn't go into that.
You'll get over here.
Yeah, we did all that.
Yeah, this was
Oh,
cleared.
okay.
Both of
Cleared
these.
all this area. We cleared
How about
this.
here?
Have not been down there yet.
Okay, so
not
we
been over
have
here
2 Helmed Horrors.
Yeah, you've
Been
been
over here either.
1, 2, 3 different areas. Mm-hmm.
If I
Right.
remember this right, Holly was
Maybe
trapped.
4.
Yeah, that door was
Yes.
trapped.
That is.
Remember, we have the table trick that we could use.
Is there a door right here?
No.
Let's. Okay. Here.
Oh, I think we get through. Yeah.
Let's just
Yeah, I
go.
think you're right.
Let's just go up through 16 here into 14 then.
There's no door.
No doors. Oh, that's right.
Yeah, there's no
What kind
door.
of wall is this one? The one that we're right here beside. What kind of wall is it?
The inside of it? Like the inside
But-
wall?
Yeah, correct. That would be above the
Stone
storm
or-
drains and everything.
It's stone. Mhm.
No, let's just
I
go
mean,
around.
No,
the only way-
literally, we can just make the wall go away and turn it to mud and just walk right through. Of course, the Helmed Horrors will probably attack us along with whatever's in room 16, though.
Might be fun, but maybe
I
spell
don't know,
plot
that's
better used in
interesting.
combat.
Definitely wouldn't expect it.
If you think we could
Probably
catch them by
not.
surprise, but I don't think it's easy
Yeah.
to surprise those things. They seem very vigilant, maybe.
I think they're they're guards. They're trapped.
Renwick points out that you guys did go into this hallway also last time, and that there was a door at the end of the hallway that seemingly led into the same room with the horrors. He's guessing, and maybe others are guessing, that you would have a similar way to enter on this side. You know that the double doors you came in through the hourglass area got you in as well, but those are your 3 entry points to that center chamber right now. And as far as, like Griff said, there's this area and this area that you haven't seen
Well,
with your own eyes yet.
there's 2 doors here too, one on
And
each
those
side.
they've cleared.
We explored those.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You've cleared
This
this
is the
that one and cleared
this is
this
the
one
ink
now.
room, the ink and paint room, and then this was like a scribe room.
Can you
Lots of
see?
books and scrolls.
Oh yeah,
Chris?
speaking of, I'm gonna hand Kurza the book that I picked up for him. Here you go, friend.
Oh, okay.
And we got to take the flower petals out of it.
I forgot about those. I forgot.
Yeah.
I could.
Titan flower.
Let's go west. Here, let's go around.
So this is a book with
west?
flowers. From where?
It was from
Here.
this. Yeah, one of a 10. Yeah.
Room 10. Okay. I'll just write that on
All
my
right, guys. So
character sheet.
I guess
If you
my
look in the
vote would
thing, I
be
put it in there. Sorry.
try to get through this door here.
Well,
See what's in these 2 rooms.
We know that door's trapped. So
Well,
maybe we could get to that hallway from the inside and ignore messing with the trap.
We could, if you want to go fight
Do
the
that.
Helmed Horrors, we can.
did you
That's
do
not
any
what we were
damage to
doing.
the Helmed Horrors?
We killed one.
All right. There's 2
Shoot.
left.
Not, yeah, there's
3.
at least 3. Yeah.
Okay, so there's 2 left or
No,
3
there's
left?
2 left.
2 left.
Killed 2.
You've killed 2.
Or 3 in the room.
Killed 2. You snared one, webbed one or something. We killed one outright and then dealt with that one. There was still 2 left, and
That's
we
right.
just shut the
Yeah,
door.
there's 2 in there.
Did we do any damage to the other 2?
You damaged one of them.
Minimal.
Yeah.
It was minimal, whatever it was.
If you want, open the door. I'll throw a fireball in, and then
I guess the question is, you guys want to jump into a combat right now, or avoid it? We just go check the secret door. I'm just all for going in there myself.
The combat.
Yeah, that's all
You
I
wanna
came
go
up.
through this way.
it's the only
Side
way to
door?
get to 16.
It's the only way we know we have to deal with it. So let's.
And I
15
think
is
we know
the,
that we're not on the top of floor yet either.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
should.
15 is the hourglass room.
I
Yeah.
think Seharn is wise because they must be guarding something. It must be important.
Yeah, I think Renwick's vote is to try to enter through the known path here and avoid the other area.
I
We've already
agree.
got
Yeah.
this disabled.
Because we can get in there from the other,
Okay.
from 14 once we get through these hook, or we die trying. That could happen.
So
But let's go.
yeah, we'll have you guys then line yourselves up in that hallway, if you will, in the order that you'd like to be.
Throw what your hit points.
What'd you say?
What your hit points look like.
Oh, I'm just 1 down.
I'm at 35.
Yeah, I'm at 37.
4 down, so not too bad.
Okay.
I think I lost Gregor.
Oh yeah, I don't think I copied him over. Let's see. Let me go grab him.
Get stuck in the door.
I think I'm on you. I'm just going to move.
There's Gregor. I put him in the hallway for you there.
Do
Yeah,
we
he'll
know
stay,
that?
he'll stay there.
Did
All
we determine that door is trapped or not? I don't remember.
No. No, I don't think he checked this one.
All right,
Okay.
Nod. Friend Nod, it's your turn.
Yeah, if you'd like to do, let's see, what's your find remove traps? Nod.
I want to say it is 40.
Okay.
Why? That was 85.
Wow. You don't find any traps, or neither does Renwick, so you guys both felt like it's not trapped.
Look good, friends.
Is that you? Are you ducked into one of the rooms, the side
Yeah,
rooms?
north
Okay.
side.
And Mithra, I guess you and I can open the door, and I
Get
can
that door.
we step back into the hallway, so we draw them back into a smaller space.
Yeah, we seem to have some luck with that last time, fighting him in
Yeah,
the
plus
in the doorway.
if you don't mix with them, I can throw the fireball in the room.
Oh yeah, if you could like draw him back across these two doors, and then we could have people in the doors, and we'll just surround it.
Unless they just slam the door like last time.
Maybe.
All right, is it locked?
You feel like it wants to open, it'll turn for you. So if you're ready
Station.
to throw it open.
Right.
I'm gonna prepare, and there's this idea of notching an arrow so that I'm ready. Fire.
You got a
Yeah.
bow out?
You got your bow
Yeah,
out.
yeah. So my
drawn,
sword is
spear.
sheathed, and I've got my bow and drawn, and an arrow. Yeah, ready to fire.
All right, perfect. All right, go ahead and roll initiative.
Gosh,
Character sheet's taking forever.
Just right now. There we go. Info.
All right, looks like we've got.
Oh, why can I not find initiative?
Use your weapon. It's next to the whatever weapon you're using or spell.
Perfect. I'm an idiot. Forgot that. Thank you.
All right, Nod, you will be first to act. So you guys see Griff reach down and grab this door handle. It shifts and the door flings open, and inside, behind the door, you can see this sort of council chamber, if you will, that you saw briefly before. There's a blue light that's emanating in towards the center of the room still that catches your eye immediately, and as does the sound of some animating armor that begins to shift once the door moves, and predictably you start to see these creatures moving, or at least maybe you would hear them from where you're at, Nod. But it's your turn. You can go first.
Being the furthest away, I will probably hold my action
Okay.
and wait until at least something else happens.
Okay. Seharn?
I'm waiting for them to move this out into combat as per plan. I'm not casting a spell. We're just going to see what develops here.
All right. Kurza?
I'm just holding my bat shit until the Helmed Horrors come into view, so I can fireball them.
I feel that Mithra should
All right.
maybe back up if she's armed with a bow.
This door, so no one gets lost.
Thanks.
All right. So you see these two constructs coming pretty quickly towards the open door, and when they arrive at the open door, they slam the door shut.
Simply, we're going to have to go in after him.
of course.
So Griff, it would be back to you now. You're standing there and you saw these two structures come over and slam the door together almost simultaneously.
So the door opens into the room?
Yeah, I deleted it, but it would open into the room.
What do you think, Kurza? Should I kick the door open and then you cast over me?
Yeah.
You have
Let's
anything that's not
see.
going to kill me when I do that?
You might burn up anything valuable in there if you do that.
That's true. All right, what do you guys think?
The fact that it's
They're
Where
just
is
keeping us
that?
out of this room.
How about
Yeah.
How about this? If you want to do a fireball, Kurza?
Yeah, that was the
He's
plan.
itching to do a fireball, man.
And that
on these things.
should damage them.
One person
So
open the doors wide and run past you, and you just time it. When they get there, blast them before they can shut the door on you.
trying to see if I need line of sight.
I wouldn't think so. You just need a line of sight to the point that you're trying to cast to.
Cast it. Yeah.
Right.
That's the real question, because I feel like the area of
Area of
blast
effect
radius
is a
is pretty big.
20-foot radius.
For these square 20.
That's the whole, basically the
Yeah.
whole area.
You're gonna
It's gonna
you're
get
gonna fry me.
consumed.
I want to try and place it far enough back or away.
That's the thing.
See, but this seems like a far too small of an area to
Yeah.
actually be what they're calling it.
You could, if you casted it centered on the far door, then it would only come 10 feet this way, right?
Yes.
It's 20-foot radius.
So he
So
could open the
20
door
foot
and
from the door.
Yeah. So I'm 7
From the
feet
point-
from the door.
It's
Oh,
20
I see.
foot in all directions from its point
Right.
of.
yeah, so you guys would just all need
Origin.
to tuck into one of these doorways, basically, in 10 and 11, and then let Kurz open the door and cast the spell, and that would accomplish the same thing.
Yeah. Is the door
To
to
do that?
15 open?
15? No, that's close.
This one up
See,
here,
but-
that's the one. That was the first one he slammed.
1 foot wide for each one of these squares does not seem
It
realistic.
does. It does seem
throws
like the
me off.
scale's a little off, maybe. But
I think it might have been supposed to be 2 feet per square instead of 1 foot per square. That
5
might
foot
be-
per square or
So that's
something
even
like
pretty
that.
small. It's only a 4-foot wide hallway.
I always
the-
assumed they were 5-foot squares for the whole time we've been playing.
Oh, this is
That was my assumption too, but
no. These are not 5-foot squares. It's smaller than that. And I
Okay.
think the cell distance is messed up though. It's
Ricky DS.
supposed to be.
yeah. Because these tables are 1 foot wide.
I have a party pooper idea. How about we think about taking our mid-session break?
Yeah, I think we're right up on it anyway. So you guys can contemplate what you want to do. I'll double check the grid that it's right. But yeah, this is probably a good time to do that.
Yeah.
All right.
sounds good.
Minutes.
Yep.
5?
We'll give
Okay.
it. Yeah, 5-6 minutes. Wow.
We have a Helmed Horror here. Where do we see the other one at? Like before when we were fighting. Sure.
The ones that weren't slain, one is stationed in this corner of the room, and the other is in this corner. And so they both walked towards the door when you opened this one and shut it.
Got it.
And then you would have heard them moving after the door closed. Their armor grinding, dragging across the floor a little bit.
Assuming they would go back to their stations, probably corners.
Roombas.
So, is the door to room 15 open? It was open when we opened it. Did they
Closed it.
subsequently?
They shut it on you. That's how the
Yeah.
combat
That was
sort
how
of
the
ended.
session ended. Yeah.
You had cast web into the room initially. You killed one in the doorway, and then the other one, one of the remaining ones, when you retreated out of the room, slammed the door behind you. So now there's 2 that
Okay.
remain that you're aware of. They're stationed in the diagonally in the room, and they just seem to trigger when the
So-
door opens, and they're trying to keep you out of the room essentially, and they haven't attacked you when you've left the room. So they seem to be bound to this territory.
The back wall down here, how far is that from this door?
Like the whole length of the room, is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
Yeah, 25 feet.
5 feet.
Awesome. That's just about right.
It's your turn, Griff, actually. If you're trying to get all coordinated to where, Kurza, you're going to cast the spell and everyone's out of your way, then I guess we can move everybody to the side.
If somebody wants to come with me to the other door, then we can open the door to 15 from the outside. I'll just lob a fireball in there, and when you hear the great big boom, come through the door on the side.
From 2 directions.
Yeah.
As cool as that. Okay
Well,
with
no,
it.
my friends, I'm afraid of that room. We
Okay.
We may be running out of 15 just so the horror won't actually follow us, will it?
I don't
No, it
think so.
actually did come out of
Didn't
the
last
room
time.
before. They
Oh,
didn't come out of the room?
No, it never left the room.
Ah, okay. So yeah, I could literally just open the door in 15,
One in
lob
right
a
in the middle.
fireball in. No, against the back door, down here. And the fireball will effectively fill the entire room. I'll set it on this table, I think, because that'll be more than enough space to, or in front of it.
How did I get to the middle of the room?
The middle of the room would work too, because that way it'll hit.
I need to rein it in and know what you guys are planning to do, because there's a million things you could try to do, but if we don't have a consensus, then I'm gonna have to just step through individual turns until this plays out, because it feels
Right.
like we're going in circles with the planning.
Here's the way I understand it. Me and Kurza are going to go up to the door from the Hourglass room into room 14. I'm going to kick the door open. Kurz is going to throw in a fireball. You guys hear the blast. You come in from area 10, 11.
Yeah,
And
from
I'll
here.
come in through 15, and we attack whatever's left.
sounds
Fair
good.
enough.
Sound like a plan?
Yes.
All right.
Who's acting first then from your group? Is it gonna be you, Griff, or?
Yeah, it would be me. I kick the door open, and
All right, let me
throws the fireball.
just arrange you guys in the order that you're really trying to act. It's gonna be you're first, Kurza second, and then once you guys hear the blast, you're all charging in together.
Right.
Yeah, I'm going to place the fireball. So since we have this door open at the top, up here, we won't be singed. I want to place it far enough back here.
Keep in mind, one of the Helmed Horrors station is this corner.
Yeah, but we got a 20-foot
Here.
radius.
Okay.
So if
It needs to be.
I only need to put it right about here, and it'll fill the entire room.
All right,
Yeah,
so
a little shy, but it's gonna end up filling the entire room.
go ahead then, Griff. You're opening that top door, right?
Yep.
Are you doing anything
Yes.
else? Are you stepping out of the way after that, or just
Yes.
okay?
I'm gonna open the door and step back.
And I'm going to switch to my sword. So I'll lower my speed factor by 5.
Okay, this thing is going to animate as a result. It's walking this way. So you see this armor step into the doorway in front of you, and it's reaching for the door, Kurza, as your turn is up.
Boom.
So where are you standing when you're casting this, number one, and then what's your point of impact?
Come on. Go this way. Move my character around through the door. Or maybe not. Can you get me into room 15?
Go through 14.
I got you.
Okay. Probably going to be right about there. And put it right about there. So at this foot, that means it's going to come up 20 feet this way. And that'll be more than enough to get the guy in this corner. And if this one's right in front of the door, then he'll get a full damage.
Got it.
And we will be outside of the blast radius.
All right, let me just drop a dot on the map then, where I'm centering it. That little red dot is where it will be centered. Oh, it disappeared. But anyway, I think, let's see.
About there.
Okay.
The base of this blue carpet.
Seeing if they make their savings throws here. So this is, right, imagine, that's right. Let's see. Okay, so the first one succeeded. The second one failed. Okay, this one here at the top of the room that was standing in front of you succeeded. He'll take, what, half damage?
Yep.
And the other one in the back of the room is going to take full damage. So you can go ahead and do your 5d, what is it, 5d6.
Ah.
Can I get a? Do you want me to use a astonishing fortune to re-roll that? Because that's pathetic.
I don't think
Can
it
you, can you
can.
You, you
Oh,
also
wait a minute,
rolled
that's-
5d8.
Those are d8. Okay, let's roll the right
You
dice.
did better rolling the right die.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good gosh.
And it's only a couple points off the average, so
Yeah.
that's probably
Yeah,
okay.
that's a good hit.
Okay. So yeah, your fireball for the first time is cast, and I think it might feel like something like you've been waiting for a really long time, and you've unleashed this fireball, this flame that emits from your hand, and then eventually takes form into a large bouldering inferno. And when it hits the back of the room, it definitely makes an impact and a sound, and that horror in the back gets knocked back quite a bit from your hit, but he's still upright. The one in front is going to take the half damage, so he's taking enough heat from behind that he's damaged as well, and then that would bring it up to Amithra. So you hear
Yeah,
this.
so
I'll just bask in the heat as it comes at me.
my cue is storm in the room, right?
Once you
then-
hear the blast go off, you might as well.
These are 1 foot, maybe? Squares?
No, they're 2.5 feet. I double checked it. There was something messed up with the grid, but
Okay.
they should be 2.5 feet.
And then human move is 12, and I can move up to half.
Mm-hmm.
I can move.
I looked it up in the party rules. It's 40 feet.
40 feet?
Yeah.
You can.
Okay. So-
Because we were trying to figure that out, I think, on my first session on how far we could move.
Your movement's 60.
No,
Right.
mine's
What about yours,
Like
Molly? What is your movement?
Standard human. I'm not wearing heavy enough armor to impact it. I'm not.
It would be 30 then.
Yeah, it's 30, I believe.
Oh, so I moved 15.
If
That
you're-
actually.
If you're
it's
if you're trying to go half your movement, is that what you're saying?
Yes. So 30 divided by 2.5 is 12 square. Is that right?
yeah.
And-
It is.
That was 4, right?
To
4
calculate
five?
your movement, divide your movement by 3 and then multiply by 10. So movement
12 squares.
9 is 30 feet per round, while movement 12 is 40 feet
12,
per round.
Okay,
yeah,
so that
30
was-
feet.
That was
It's
4. I see this
If you
helm
want to go
door
15
here.
feet, that'd be 6.
And this one here.
Can't
Choose
get
your
to either of
tool.
them in time. Guess I'm going to go up.
You should be
There's-
able to get full movement, right? And
Yeah,
still attack.
No, you can get half movement and still attack. You can do half
Oh,
movement
okay.
and still, or you could do your full movement and be standing right there.
Yeah, I guess I'll do that. At least to just give it another target to decide. I'll move up to it and be ready to hit it.
All right. So you're in the room now. Nod, you're up. You see her file in. I need to add Renwick.
Yes, I will file in towards the door, not actually inside yet. And going to wait because I'm sure at some point this guy is going to running past. When he comes running past, that's when I'm going to attempt to backstab.
Yeah, just to be clear, he's over here though. There isn't one here.
Fair
There's
enough.
a empty platform there, but he's over there. All right. So you've moved up then. I guess that means it's to you, Seharn.
Follow her to the room. How far were you able to get, Molly? To there?
For my full movement, I made it over here. If you move 30 and a half move,
I could get close to you.
and you don't want to be next to it.
I'm gonna shade these guys red because
There's another one right over here.
there you
Yeah,
go.
it's hard to tell them apart. I was gonna say I like it better when they're pucks round because it's easier to tell the
Yeah,
background. Yeah.
yeah. This one just.
Did you just use
Didn't
a
have-
hockey term?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Pucks.
Excellent. All right. I can't reach this thing really either. That's where it's at. I will stand and be ready to assist next round.
All right. So
Hmm.
Renwick's filing in, and he is going to throw a dagger towards this other one.
I actually think I moved too far, so back up a couple squares.
And it actually hits it. Alright, and does a little bit of damage. Actually does the best he can do. So this one's taking a few more points now. Alright. That means it's now back to the top to Griff.
Spell will attack.
You press it and press your way into the room.
He can't pass through it right now.
A hit.
That's a hit, yeah.
I am fighting.
Is there any way to force it backwards?
Right. And short sword.
Alright. That's another solid hit. Okay, so 14 overall damage, 2 hits. You've smashed this thing up pretty good here. He's wearing a couple of dents now in his nice armor. And it's now its turn. It is... You're obstructing the doorway, I assume. You're standing in the doorway right now. And so it's looking pretty much between you or a Mithra as being its nearest threat. So I'm going to say, Molly, pick high or low.
I'll take high.
All right, so you'll be 51 and above. All right, so it's Griff who's going to get the eye of the armor. And he's lifting his two-handed sword, bringing it down and trying to clear his doorway. He hits AC 0 with that hit.
Hits.
And he will do 7 damage.
It's not
bad.
as bad as it could be.
So let's see, he gets then just basically, yeah, he's standing there between you. The other one now is going to move itself towards its nearest threat. So it comes over towards Renwick and lifts its sword to take a swing at the gnome. Oh, nat 20. That's
not cool.
Oh.
Let's see what the damage ends up being. He rolled minimum damage. Let's see what the... I'm going to do a crit hit on the table against him just because. Alright, so it's... He just did double damage to Renwick, but he actually knocks him back and knocks him out in the process. So he's still alive, but he's now smashed up and laying on the ground. All right.
Oh no, this changes everything.
Getting all our NPCs killed.
Who's the guy out in the hall still?
That's Gregor.
All right.
Gregor?
All right, so Kurz is up now.
I'm up again?
Yeah,
well,
you're up again. Yep. Yeah, I think Gregor's instructions are to do what during this combat, Mithra?
Stay out of the way, and then if I call him, come running with my trident.
Yeah.
And healing potion.
It might be wiser if, and he'd probably feel safer to be in one of these rooms, so I'm going to move him into there.
He actually doesn't have a healing potion because I had the 2 and he was holding 1, but now I'm holding the only one I have with 1 dose.
I have 1 with 2 doses.
That's the last we have.
What are you thinking, Kurza?
I have a healing potion as well, so it's not the last one, but...
As you did.
Magic missile. Which one of the 2 horrors is looking more wounded?
Oh, the one in the front now. After what Griff just did to it, it's very wounded compared to the one in the back.
All right. We're going to have 3 missiles just zip around all different sides of Griff and impact the horror.
All right. So all 3 into this one. Okay.
10 points of force damage.
10 points. Yeah. So those spheres arc around your party member and straight into it. And let's see, it's then a Mithra's turn again.
Yeah, I want to do my arena acting. I want to hit Griff, right?
He did. He hit Griff right there.
Yeah, so I want to show off my prowess with my sword and try and get him, to attack me.
Do you have? I think. What is the proficiency that goes along with this? Is it the arena
It's
acting,
a-
right?
It's arena acting. Here it is. I'm gonna roll.
Okay.
That means get a +3 to attack and damage one time. Attack.
Nice. You've got its attention now too, making yourself out to be more of a threat
Yeah, that's what I was.
to it. Yeah. Unfortunately, that's a miss.
Yeah, I didn't add the +3, but that would still only be 5.
Okay. Yeah, his AC is 2 on these things.
Okay. All right, and that's it for me.
Okay. All right. Nod, you're up.
I guess seeing Renwick go down, I will take the opportunity to come charging in forward.
Try out your new shiny longsword.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, you can take a swing at it. Its AC is 2. Let's see. So this is the. Okay. Yeah. It's unfortunately does not hit him. So I think that's probably all you can do right here.
Yep, that would be it.
Seharn.
I seeing what's going on here. I think to save my spells, and I'm going to move about here, and I attack from the secondary with my spear around my friend to this creature. Or would I have to actually try to
Hmm.
fully engage? What do you think?
No, you can jab from behind. That's one advantage you have with that spear. If you want to stand behind Nod and poke through his sides of him and everything to hit it, yeah, you're able to do that.
Do you think with the little amount of movement I've done from this point to where I am, I could climb up onto the table and just run down there and have the high ground and stab it?
Well, let's see. So you,
Do that for fun?
yeah, if you wanted to try to jump on the table from where you were standing and run down the table, right? I think that's doable with the amount of movement you have. You have 30 feet of movement. Let's say climbing the table would take half of that, and you'd still be able to cover the rest. So yeah,
Right?
you could absolutely still do something.
Yeah, and the high ground will give you a bonus to hit, right?
Yeah, I think you'd have a +1 from the upper hand here.
I can add that into the roll, but I think theatrically it's over. I have the high ground. We saw that in the movie.
You definitely look. Oh, okay. So you have the +1. Did you add +1 to this, or?
I did.
Oh,
I might
okay.
have just rolled terribly.
Oh, you just missed it. But
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
you just missed it. It's an AC of 2. Is there any other pluses we're missing? I think not. I think you got it, but just missed them. All right, let's see. So think then you're again, from the looks of it, you have him surrounded here all of a sudden, and Renwick is trying to shake
Sorry
this
about
off. Let's see. He's gonna try and do a save.
I did something fun, but I may have to just jump down and try to heal this guy. Kind of like a good cleric.
All right, so he's
Quit screwing around, Wayne.
yeah, he actually looks like he's still out cold right now on the floor, so he's not moving at the moment. That's the end of this round, so that brings us back to Griff, who started this.
Whack him heroically, Griff.
Ah, that's a miss. How many fortune do you all have left? 2?
3, 2.
2, I think.
Dude,
Two.
we used 3, didn't we?
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
you know. But we're still doing
Wow.
good. We're not in death desperation right now.
19.
Jeez.
Nice hit.
-6. That's the way to go.
Max damage.
Wow.
Epically hit him.
Very nice. Another strong use of the short sword here. This thing
Any
is
descriptors
looking a little
there?
more wobbly.
Oh,
So it is on to the wobbly Helmed Horror here. He is probably, I think, unfortunately, he's already got a Mithra in his sights, even though he's just been smashed by Griff. And so he's gonna try to swing at you, Molly.
well,
And
that was
it's a AC of 1
Wait.
Oh yeah, he got me.
and does 11 damage with his two-handed sword.
Okay.
All right. And then the other one that's down here is going to decide between you guys are probably the same height right now.
Remember, I'm
As
up on
far
the
as
table behind
I
you.
know, and you're probably right at Nod's horns, possibly by standing on the
Possibly.
table.
I'm
So
4'7" plus table height.
high or low, Wayne?
Let's go with high.
All right. Okay, it definitely likes you on the table, and it is gonna try to swing at you to
Why not?
cut you down.
You have the reach, though.
Oh,
AC 1, it hits.
oh,
So
for sure. I'm like a
yeah.
6,
That's
I think.
squishy.
About looking.
Oh wow. Oh, it only does 4 damage though. So it rolled pretty bad there,
I'm
thankfully.
only wearing leather armor. Yeah.
Right.
So they've got a couple hits on you all, but it's back to our wizard.
Oh, let's go with the magic missile again. But we'll hit the far guy
Hmm.
since he seems to be causing the most trouble down there.
I don't know if you could take your guy out, you could all come to the rescue.
Yeah, you know that the one that's closest to you is the most damaged.
All right, let's hit the
If
one
that's-
closest to me then. That makes the most sense. Another 3 zipping around Griff.
Oh, all right. So this suit of armor goes toppling over as you hit it with all 3 of those bolts. So it
Falls
is
apart, huh?
dead. Yeah, all right.
All
So
right.
that one is done for, and you've cleared the way, and it's back to Mithra.
Okay, I'm gonna take a shot with my.
We lost you, Molly.
Oh yeah, it cut out. Oh, there you go. That certainly will hit.
What are you attacking?
Oh, I guess she's going after the other one. She's gonna have to move, right? Because this one is dead.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
I'll delete him because that's confusing. He's red on red. You can get
Half
there.
move right there.
Yeah.
Easy half move.
Totally do that.
Yeah. So you hit him with that shot. You can.
You hit.
You don't have to re-roll that. Yeah. So there you
Thank
go.
you.
Max
Max
damage.
Yeah.
damage.
Yeah, and then I'll get one at the end of the round too. Act left.
Got it. Okay.
3-2.
All right. Yeah. This one's finally got a dent in him now, and it's Nod's turn.
Did they take any damage from the fireball?
Yeah, this one did. This one took damage from the fireball.
Okay.
I was
good.
just making the distinction between the hit of
Beat up.
the weapon versus the singe of the fireball. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Still weighing this new weapon in my hand. I'm going to try to take another swing at him.
All right. Let's do it.
So it's
Um,
magic, right?
Yes, this one is magic, and unfortunately it does not hit, which probably tells you
Still
something.
doesn't hit. All right. Yeah. So it's less than +2.
That armor is pretty impervious.
All right.
And that's all for me.
All right, you're still engaged with it, and Seharn, you are up, standing on the table still.
No, I think I need to do the right role play thing here since our friend is now engaged with 2 of my friends. I'm going to be concerned with friend unconscious. Move there. Come out to see whether how badly he's hurt and does he need a heal.
He looks pretty low to you. I think you've adventured with him enough now to see that he's pretty beat up.
That wound on his head looks pretty bad. Oh, all right. Then I think I will concern my round with healing our friend for the die of damage. Or death.
Got it.
Yes.
All right.
Can't see my roll. About 4. Okay. Stabilized man.
All right. Perfect. Yeah, so you definitely feel like he's coming back into consciousness, but he's
And-
rattled.
If you allow any movement, I will just simply do a shoulder or arm drag and try to drag us back to safety out of behind our fighters here, if you allow that.
I think you could drag him back 1 square there. That's fine. Yeah, he's light.
Okay. I'm happy. Thank you.
Perfect. Yeah, it's his turn now. Let's see, give him a chance. Yeah, so he definitely looks like he's feeling better and, again, conscious, more alert. He's reaching for his weapons, like he looks unprepared, but he's back able to move around here, so you've helped him. And Griff is up.
All right, I can get to here with half move. Can I reach to attack, or do I need to move and then attack next round? It's half right there.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, you'd probably have to spend your turn moving. What I'll tell you is that,
You flank him,
is
Griff.
that you're noticing that the aura in the middle of the room leads up through a hole in the floor above, or the ceiling above, and leads into a chamber above you. And I think for Mithra, you were able to skirt around this thing when you walked by it. But as you're thinking of passing by it, Griff, I think you may have the sense to avoid it. So you'll want to make sure that you're stepping around it when you head down there. So that may take more movement.
And I do half move and throw?
Yeah.
I'll do that then. Let me see. Where's half?
Yeah, you're there.
There. Okay. I'm going to throw from there. Throw my tomahawk.
All right.
Finish him.
Ooh, that's a hit. Let's see where he's at. Okay. Yeah, you got another shot on him. Definitely. So you stick this thing in him from a distance, but he's still standing. Still looks like he's not quite one shot away from falling yet, but he's definitely wearing a few marks now. So Kurza is up again.
I missed the end of the round.
Oh, I'm sorry. I skipped you. Yep. Go ahead.
You should have gone before me.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oops.
There you go. That will definitely.
Yeah.
Finish him.
I don't think you guys could finish him right yet. It's still got a little more than that. So it's definitely looking very damaged, though, after this solid shot from a Mithra. It's looking pretty wobbly here, but it is still functioning. So Kurza, go ahead.
I want to come in the room. I think about here. It's about as far as I want to go.
You don't want to be on that.
Do you want to roll a spellcrafting check?
Sure. Let's see there. Spellcraft.
So you think that the aura in the room is a permanent levitate that would be activated if you were to stand in it. So you're able to get that sense when you get near it, just so you're.
That's okay.
Oh. All right, let's finish this off so we can explore.
Yeah, do I use my last offensive spell?
No.
That's a risk. It's a risk.
You gotta have an ace in the hole, right?
David, we got this guy.
Okay.
He is one shot away now, finally, so it might be worth saving your spell.
Oh,
okay, I'll just examine the aura.
Get distracted by the shiny aura.
Yeah, so you can see that this thing leads up into a circular hole in the ceiling above you and leads up into a larger open chamber. It seems like it's the top of the tower. It would be.
Oh, okay.
the
So
top above you.
basically, stand in the aura and it will lift you up into
that chamber. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I will just move across.
You'd recognize that this is like something that's been active, very likely in this tower since it was first created. So it was just a part
of
the
Is this where the hum is coming from?
The hum sounds like it's coming from above. Yeah, through that opening. Sounds like that's the source somewhere up there.
Okay.
Just on a curious side note, being that's a big portal in the middle of the room, odd furniture arrangement. We got tables right next to it. Who drew this?
Yeah, this was part of the council that the elves used when they occupied this tower, and the magic that he's seeing now too is a part of this. So you're not sure what the exact function of this room was, but it seems like it's like some kind of council room war room or
4
something like
chairs
that.
at the south look like they are. There's chairs only on one side, so that has to be the ruler's table. And the 2 tables that we're fighting around are probably for the minions or the other lesser political people.
Yeah, so there's definitely remnants of the founders that you see in here. But if there's nothing else for Kurza, then I think it's Mithra's turn.
That's fine. I'm done.
Okay. Yeah, my confidence bolstered by strike.
Yeah.
End of last round, I'm gonna.
All right, it's doable in one shot here, so it's finally down to that. That is a hit. So let's see if you can get. You need six to kill it. Let's put that out there.
Easy peasy.
There you go.
Yeah. Wow. You
Yeah.
did max damage like 3 in a row.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
This thing gets cleaved down from a Mithra. And
Good deal.
yeah, so now you guys are out of turns, that the threats have been dispatched. You've got a couple of new suits of armor laying on the ground. In fact, there's 3 in here because the other one was never moved. And maybe as the last strike is done and you all turn, and Kurza, he's thinking out loud about the room and what the function was and the aura in the center of the room. And you would all start to notice those same things that he was talking about. What would you like
Well,
to
we
do?
can go through the door on the
Founders
right if you want.
I'm gonna have my tomahawk. And how's Renwick? He bleeding?
No, he's been stabilized by Seharn.
Okay.
So he's just got some injuries, but he's definitely able to move around.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and stabilize my wounds too, because I got hit pretty hard. Mithra, I think you got hit too.
I did.
So, bandage or whatever we need to do.
Yeah. Yeah, so you guys could, if anyone has proficiencies around healing or anything like that too, you can try to apply those too to see if it's helpful. But narratively, everybody's able to get everything, some pressure and cover on your wounds pretty quickly. And again, I think you all hear that humming sound still, and maybe you're looking around the room a little bit in here, and you are noticing that, like Kurza said, even on this head table, it looks like the chairs at the table are a little grander, as if there were 4 potential elders that led this council. And some of the books and things that you found on the lower level, or actually in room 10 it was, talk a little bit about the procedures and policies of the council. But it's all in this ancient Elven, and it seems like it's these sort of procedural manuals for how they conducted themselves and what the rules of debate were. Different things along those lines seem to be what you've uncovered. But yeah, the Helmed Horrors are, again, they have, let's see. Oh man, what do they have? 2-handed swords. They each have a 2-handed sword, and they're each wearing, or are essentially plate mail pieces and parts that are just now laying strewn about with. So if anyone's interested in any of that's what you're able to see.
As everyone's healing and looking through the bodies, I would be looking through these 2 doors if there's any traps or anything I can notice about them.
Gotcha.
Well, yeah, I think we could just leave the hooked horrors piles of rubbish where they are. None of us even wear that or use that kind of stuff, do we?
This door here, Griff, does not appear to be trapped. And this door down here, though, does. I rolled for both you guys to check both doors, and you both hit on this door and both missed on this door.
The harm
You guys
warns that it just makes sense that even though we can't see a trap, we know the other door is trapped, and this door probably is too. They both seal the same hallway off.
Is there any way I can tell what kind of trap this one is on the south door?
Yeah, with the roll that you have, it appears like it is a wire that would pull when the door moves, and that it probably releases something from the top of the door, somewhat similar to what you saw on the lower level in the upper right suite, where you had
And
disabled the traps in the tops of the door.
the same bag of holding, or it's not bag of holding, it's like bag of paralysis or something like that.
Yeah, it's some kind of spores.
Can I attempt to disarm that and again keep this?
Yeah, let's see.
Trapped on this side?
Oh, so no, it seems like it's trapped on the other side that it would
Oh.
spray. Okay, I guess let's have
Try and disarm it.
second. I guess I'm gonna have you do a roll against a. Do we want to call
Isn't it
this?
find and remove traps?
Yeah, no, I already got that, and he failed. So he's set the trap off, and now
Gotcha.
I just want to see if he's able to avoid the. So I guess do a roll against breath. I think this is similar to that. Okay, and you guys do still have Astonishing Fortune yet left, so you're able to possibly use that here, but the effect will be that this spore is inhaled by Nod, and that you would take points of damage from it.
Always think the worst when you mention things like every event is going to be a disaster, and it's not.
Yeah, the door then would be open. You can at least swing it open. It's not locked. And you could head into 16 if that's what you're wanting to do.
I'm good with that.
I'm good with following him.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Go. We will lock you in.
All right, so this looks like it's a library that there are a bunch of dusty books on the shelves that line the outside of the wall. There are some of the tomes that you see that are laying out appear to be speaking about alchemical and mystical ingredients. And even though you don't have a great understanding of all of the language that's being used, you're able to ascertain that it seems like it's like an alchemist's library in here for the most part, as far as what the function was.
Oh, Ren
That
Kurza? Yeah.
Let's see. It's time to put on that belt and put one book in each pocket and keep on going until I get
True.
all 64.
There you go.
It's true, you can fit
Excellent.
quite a bit in there.
He carries a library with him.
Even
Why,
from
yeah.
a clerical point of view, these books are probably, if nothing else, they're valuable. Right?
Oh, yeah.
You sell
You could
these
appraise
down the
them.
road.
Absolutely, you could appraise them, and you're right, you know that they have value just because of the history here.
Yeah.
And the nature, yeah. And there's some great
And
RP material for you there, Kurza.
Oh, yeah. And then, which is the stuff that that would pertain to being a wizard? That's probably my first picks. And then whatever
Anything
might
like
pertain to the
herbalism
other.
or anything like that? I don't know if that would help us or not.
It might.
If you're trying to appraise valuable things from the room, you can do that, or you could do spellcraft check to see if there's anything that's usable for casting purposes, if that's what you're thinking. Herbalism, yeah, you could do herbalism to try to see if some of these topics are related to herbs and things like that, which I think you would suspect they probably do based on the floor below.
I will leave the herbalists to figure out what's valuable for herbalism. I will pick the spellcraft and do an appraisal after that. So here's my spellcraft, and here's the appraisal.
All right, yeah, you definitely find some of the books speak about the herbs that you saw downstairs. Like you would identify and see some of the images and things that were drawn, and it outlines some of the different things that they used them for. I think that's where you don't have a strong enough grip of the ancient elven language to know what and how it's saying to use it, but it's definitely several of these books that speak about the botanical ingredients that you saw down in the garden. Those would be things that would be like a lot of lost knowledge in there as far as you're concerned. And just from like an appraising point of view, like you would suspect that series of books would probably be worth up to 1,000 gold pieces to someone who's interested in this topic. So definitely like rare, not only rare ingredients, but the information behind it and how they were using it.
Excellent.
Absolutely.
As far as spell casting is concerned, there's not necessarily that much here about that you would be useful to you for casting components or anything like that. However, it seems like there are instructions within these tombs that speak about the process of making some different potions and elixirs.
Oh, definitely take those.
So those would be, and you can just note those as like ancient elven herbs and ancient elven, I guess, alchemy. Yeah.
Okay.
And I think this is a good spot where the belt would first be seen in its best use, right? All this time that you've all been carrying it and maybe never really, just realized how many things you could really fit in there, and now everybody's watching you fill it with books and everything. So I think that's really a good scene to see Kurza. He's like a walking library now. Just pulling books out of his belt, putting them back. So, all right.
You guys want to check the 2 doors that branch off of here?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, let's go to the west first.
All right. Yeah, so this western door is not locked. It does open. Let's see, when you go inside of here, this has a little supply room that seems like it actually has some of the different glassware and items that are used in the alchemy that are depicted in the books that you just saw. So all sorts of different shaped vials, beakers, and other glass instruments seem to take up the majority of this room. Pretty well stored. Everything is neatly stacked and undisturbed. None of it's been seemingly even cracked or broken.
Hasn't rotted away in the intervening millennia.
Yeah.
Amazing.
All right.
All right, and assume you're going to go check the other side. I am rolling for the trap checks, just standard rolls here now. And you guys did not find any. And so this other side that you open this actually has, you see samples that seem to be sitting in jars. So several dozen groups of jars are laid out on the shelves that are in this room. And inside of those jars appear to be, some of them appear to have crystals in them, while others appear to have dirt in them. If you take a closer look
Like
and you start...
pigments?
You as in knowing herbalism, you would know that some of the things here may be used for inks and pigments and other things along those lines. And then even still, some of the other things may have been used as a part of the alchemy that they were doing in terms of just some of the common ingredients. And you do recognize that one of the jars has a leaf in it that looks a lot like the leaf that you took and put in the book. And
Titan flower?
Mm-hmm. And it looks like this Titan flower but it's preserved in this jar in this room, and so it makes you curious maybe as to whether or not any of the book speaks about the Titan flower. But definitely they were using it for something, and you would recognize that as well.
Did any of the books mention petrification, Cursa?
I don't think he's had enough time to really sift through to that degree, and he's not really literate in the ancient Elven. He's just grabbing certain words here and there and able to get some context that way, but he isn't seeing anything or even able to really scan it quickly to find that out. If you had more time with it, you could really try to sift through and even learn the language a little bit with all the proficiencies you probably have.
Yeah, that might take days to do that, though.
Yeah.
I don't think I have any open proficiency slots currently, but I could work towards that. An ancient elven.
You'll be getting some next level. You'll be getting
Yeah.
so.
So,
Okay, we'll work on that.
reading and writing proficiency may help, or religion. Let me not religion here.
Yeah,
I
I
have
think
slots I can use and add as well. That's what I'm saying.
yeah, I think that'll be something that will, when you guys do get your next opportunity to do some training, might be a good discussion to, or there might even be a way that you want to track that, just ideas on what you want to train in, so that the next time we have that chance, we can tee that up. But
Yeah.
but yeah, that's essentially what you find in this last chamber. I think you've cleared this whole floor except this and
We go
this
east,
now.
yeah.
If I'm seeing it right.
You guys want to do that? We got, what, 15 minutes left?
Yes.
The store?
Or let's do it.
Okay.
I didn't see any traps on it. Good luck.
Yeah, I'm just gonna remove the door here because there isn't one on that, and you do open it. So which way do you want to go first, north or south here?
North.
All right, let's see. All right, yeah, so you can open this door and enter it because it looks like in this room that there was some other specific type of magic being studied. And if you'd like to do a spellcraft check, or if anyone would like to try a religion check, I'm thinking if there's any other skills that you might be able to use
Room
here.
are we going into, the upper one
north.
or the lower one?
North.
Oh, okay.
Let's see what else you might have. That's
No,
really
I
about
isn't doing it.
So,
I can't see. I'm casting my own shadow of darkness
it's
going
all right.
north.
Wow,
Very
that's
weird.
deep. Let's see. So
Hmm.
your own shadow of dark. Let me see what
Yeah,
your.
it's sent.
Where's your? There he is. Oh,
Yeah.
I see it. I see what you're saying. Yeah, field of vision is enabled on
Yeah.
your token, I think.
It's not 360, that's for sure. There we go. Thank you.
Yep.
Very odd things happen in
That's
Roll20.
yeah, especially when seems like when I move your token or have to re-add your token, it resets sometimes, and I need to go through and set the defaults on your tokens to be the way that we want them. But yeah, you make your way into this room. You make or if you want to make a spellcraft check in here, and if anyone else has religion.
There you go. There's a spellcraft check.
Okay. So this room seems like it was occupied. It seems like it just has a completely different kind of layout to it, whereas the other rooms you would guess were pretty much well preserved from the way they were when this tower was first used. But this room seems somewhat similar to the Beast Forge that you saw on the first floor, where something else more wicked and sinister was happening in here that doesn't seem related to the elves in any way, shape, or form. And what you are starting to piece together here is that there was likely a very powerful mage that was constructing things within this chamber. And some of what you're able to figure out is that and this is just you looking at some of the notes and whatnot, Kurza, as far as just quickly glancing and trying to figure out what this room was used for. You basically start to piece through the books and read and quickly see that this is how the tower is accelerating age. And you start to see that basically it looks like every level of this tower as you climb up it is accelerating your age at a faster rate than the one below it. And
Oh
that
my.
something is taking that life force and using it. And so that's what you think the remnants of what's laying about in this room start to indicate, is the sinister plots behind the hourglasses, behind your feeling of aging quickly. I think even maybe visions of why some of these folks were barricaded in certain areas in the lower part of the tower, and essentially were just living at an accelerated rate that was somehow or other being transferred to this being that seems to have a lot of mad notes and drawings and things that are strewn about in here that you're able to piece together.
What's the language they're using in the notes? Common or
That's a great question. It's
magical or
no, I think there is definitely there's some Elven, some of the ancient Elven that you noticed from before is being used, but there is more of a mixture in this content than the other content, and it doesn't even make that much sense to you. Like, it's random. Some notes are in common and others are in this ancient Elven, and you don't follow it. It's
others
not
I
laid
can't
out.
read, huh?
It's not laid out like in a really easy way for you to understand it all, but you can piece together what each thing was, as if this person had gathered these notes specifically from this whole tower with this intent in mind of turning this into a life drain that it somehow is able to harness.
I think we need to take these notes.
Yeah, definitely.
There you go. Yeah, that's no problem,
Put a
Wayne,
stop to
on
this.
adding those. Yeah.
Got one slot left. I might save. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. So again, in this room, when you check this room out, it looks like it was pretty similar to the one that you saw, number 11 over here, where there's a couple of desks and work areas that seem like they were used a long time ago. It's almost a little time capsule of these little clerk desks and random notes that seem to be related to the procedures and the original function of the tower. So more of the Seychelles elves' lives are documented in some of the letters and things that you find in here, but it's beyond that, nothing else that really stands out to you.
And
Baden,
you're talking
Baden
about
will
Rune 13?
He'll be
Okay.
fascinated by this once we return him to life.
Oh yeah.
Tim, how's Griff doing?
28 out of 39.
28 out of 39.
And we still got 2
Hit
astonishing
points.
fortunes left.
I know.
Yeah.
And we're down to our last 5 minutes of play. I have 2 healing spells left, but
You want me to use the
We're not-
stone to flesh to get Baden back, and then we have two re-rolls on the success.
I think that's a great plan, Kurza.
yeah, we would do
How
We're
many
that.
gonna need-
rerolls can we have, James?
That's usually
It's
one.
over in 9,
Yeah, it's
9D.
usually just one.
Okay.
What's my percentage chance of success?
I believe it's 35. 'Cause
We
you're
would
5th
try,
level.
right? We would try.
Get 2 cracks at it, man.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, that's
You
kind
used
of
all your
far.
bad rolls super early on.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Positive thinking equals good karma and great dice rolls.
Yeah. Let's
Mhm.
see.
so is everyone going over to that area then so that Kurza can attempt this?
Yes.
Yes.
9D? Yeah.
Okay.
Scrolls are cast at the level at which they were inscribed.
Bruce.
And then it says wizards can use wizard spell scrolls outside their school. Scrolls that are higher level than the wizard. Normal wizards can use spells from scrolls that are higher level than the wizard's intelligence normally allows. So that might
That's a different thing, though. That's a different thing.
Yeah, it's referencing Sage Advice number 219, page 81. So that would be what? Dragon Magazine 219, page 81?
I don't know if that's what it's saying. Maybe that's what they're saying there.
Where did you all go? I thought we were going
Remember,
to 9B.
I posted that link that has all
9D
the stage advice. Word.
is in
Yeah.
Delta.
Yeah.
I mean, I have all of them. The Dragon Magazines, that is.
No, from when we looked this up before, we had come up with, I want to say it was 35% in this case. I want to go back and see if I can find that. So,
We did cover those mirrors, right?
Yeah.
Mithra covered some with the cloth.
I think we should mess with those some more.
There was one I sent in Discord, and if you scroll down a little bit, there's a magical spell failure table for.
Yeah, but what they're using in Roll20 here seems to indicate something slightly different.
Oh, I see. So caster level difference is, yeah, so this is based off of, that's what it is. It's the level of the caster that created the scroll compared to your level. The difference between that is what determines your, so in this case, it's got a 65% chance of total failure and a 35% chance of reverse or harmful effect. So that would mean that your chance of success at all would have to be, I don't know, I'm trying to understand if they're saying that
It's like if you fail, then you roll again on the percentile for the
Yeah.
chance of it
Oh, okay.
reversing
I
the
see.
harmful effect.
I see what you're saying. Okay.
You get 2 shots at it.
Yeah, so it's going to be, that's how we're going to do it. It's going to be a 35% chance to succeed, and you can do 1 astonishing fortune, and then if you do fail, you
Oh,
will have to roll to see what happens, if it's a total failure or if it has some other
I found the reference in Dragon Magazine 219, page 81. A scroll is essentially a precast spell written for someone to come along and trigger it. A character who can read a spell scroll can use the spells on it without regard to any other restriction. Both player characters in the example could use the spells on the scrolls. Of course, priest cannot read the wizard scroll and vice versa.
This spell is above your level. It's
Yeah,
not one
but
that
that's
you
the thing. It
yeah.
says without regard to other restrictions.
Yeah, I'll let you take it or leave it if you want to roll the 35% or not. Otherwise, we can leave him where he's at.
Could a wizard with a
It's-
15 intelligence cast a 9th level wizard spell from a scroll? That's the question. And they essentially say, yeah. Can I copy it? Probably not.
You were also waiting to go up in level for the benefit of getting an extra 10% chance to succeed, I believe.
Yeah.
So I know, and there's language in the DMG that speaks about the fact that the casting from the scroll has to do with the difference in level between the caster and the maker and the caster. So
So we got a 35% chance. 2 attempts total.
right.
And the scroll gets burned if I can't do it? Or does it just
I
not?
think it gets burned either way.
Either way, it's gonna get consumed from its usage, whether it was successful or failure.
We can find another one of those, I think.
Yeah, probably.
Story was
So
go for
to
it.
35%, you wanna go for, or
It's up to
you
you.
wanna give
It's up
want me to
to,
give it a
to
shot?
you all if you want to do that. I think
I believe in you, Cursa.
You can do it, Kurza.
I'm down.
It's proven.
Okay, let's see what happens then. Oh,
All right, the last fortune.
Got that out of the way. No,
is-
this is the one. This
It's
is it.
going to end the session,
Oh.
so
we'll still have one astonishing fortune after all of this.
Yeah. Ugh. Unfortunately,
Well-
statue.
I think then what that will mean is you can pick up next time, and of course you could use an astonishing fortune in this next session to try to do the same thing again. But
Okay.
No,
but yeah,
isn't the scroll consumed right now because you released it?
yeah, that is true. You need to get another scroll. But yeah, you're right.
Deadly.
Unfortunately, right now you still have a statue of a wizard, and you can't quite figure out how to get him back yet. So
Probably need him.
what room
I could
would
turn
you
him
all
to mud.
if you guys
But
could
I don't
move
think- I don't
yourselves
know.
to where you're leaving off here, imagining again that you just tried to turn him back. So I'm guessing you were all either in 9D or in the hallway by 9D.
Yeah.
Yep.
You guys good with camping there? It's got that little bedroom in the back.
Are we on the lowest level?
Yeah.
No. We want
No.
to
Oh,
We
yeah.
wanna
We
be
want it to
aging.
the low level so we don't age.
Yeah. Yeah, we want to
Well,
be at the lowest.
and I'm not assuming that you were gonna
Camping.
camp in here or anything. I was just
gotcha.
saying
You
like
just
where.
meant like where we leave off. Yeah, we'll be in 9D.
Yeah, 9D's fine.
Okay. Perfect. All right.
Yeah.
That's where we'll pause then before next session, and we'll see what happens. If you're
Weeks?
What's that?
2 weeks, right?
2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
So
All
Weeks
right.
it is.
All
Nice to
right.
see everybody.
yeah, good to see you all.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Great. Thank you all.
Good
See you
game.
guys
Thank
in
you,
2
Jamie.
weeks.
Thank you all. Take
Bye.
care. We'll see you.
Thank you.
Good
Later.
night.